What is going on, you guys? It's Alex. In today's video, I want to go over how to set up Google Ads and get leads for your lab moving company. Really interesting niche, really interesting industry. I was recently introduced to this industry and I just wanted to show you guys, those of you that are in this business, how to get leads more reliably, more cost effectively than waiting for referrals, waiting for people to call from your Google business profile. And yeah, if you need help with Google Ads for your land moving company, for your lab moving company, click the link down below, book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at your ads campaigns, answer any questions you have about running Google Ads for your lab moving company, and of course, see if there's any opportunity to work together to help you get more leads and grow your business. So jumping right into it, I'm just going to quickly show you guys what the ads look like, what the kind of the competition landscape looks like. And then I'll just jump right in and show you exactly how to get your ad set up so that you can start getting calls for this, sooner than later. So for any search, right, you're going to have ads, especially for a service. Lab moving company as a service. I added Boston. It's a place with a lot of these, lab stuff like this. So you have actual moving companies bidding on this keyword only because a lot of these companies are not aware that this service exists. And then you have, for example, rare moving and storage. This could be a lab moving company or something maybe semi-related, but you do have lab relocation with Azenta Life Sciences. They have a decent ad. Unfortunately, they're not bidding enough. They're not bidding aggressively enough, and so they are just down. They're in the third spot, right? Huge issue. Nobody is going to click through to this, right? For people are going to be clicking on the first two ads, and if they do make it down here, they will click on it. It does look like if you look underneath my face over there, it does look like if you look underneath my face, they are sending traffic to a landing page, which is really good. I don't want to click on it because it's going to cost them money. But this is an okay ad. It's not great. It doesn't mention Boston. It's just, it's okay. It's like a 6 out of 10. And then we have just Fortress Moving Services, which is not a lab moving or lab relocation business. And then finally, you have all the actual organic listings. But huge opportunity here to actually have an ad running, actually get traffic, and convert most of those people looking for the service, really high-end service, before they make it down into the organic listings. So how do you do that? I'm just going to walk you guys through it here on Google. Sign up for Google Ads if you haven't already. If you do have a campaign, then you're ready to go. From here, you're just going to click on New Campaign and then start a new campaign. Obviously, your objective here is going to be leads. You don't want to choose website traffic. This doesn't make a huge difference, but it guides Google in the right direction, right? So just go ahead and click leads. I'm not going to add or remove anything here, but make sure that you have conversion tracking set up. It's incredibly important. It's conversion tracking and having a proper landing page are going to be the two most important aspects of running a successful Google Ads account. If you don't have conversion tracking set up, so tracking calls and form submissions, set that up right away. And if you don't have a landing page, Google Ads isn't going to work, right? So make sure you have that set up as well. If you need help with the landing page, book a call with me. We can get you set up with one of those. Now, we want to show up in Google search results, so we want to make sure that we're showing up here at the top of any Google search for people looking for lab movers, lab relocations. So just go ahead and click search. I never choose any of these. You can, it's up to you, but I don't. And for a campaign name, just go with lab moving / relocation. And let's just do Boston since we're already in this area here. Click continue, click start new if you have some existing campaigns. So Google right away is asking us about bidding. You don't want to change this yet. We want to change this once the campaign is live. We want to go with a manual CPC bidding strategy. You do not want to go with clicks because you don't want to pay for just random clicks. Google will just, if you go with a maximize clicks bidding strategy, so if you're lazy and you just choose maximize clicks, Google will just send you traffic, and just random traffic is not going to be super relevant. And if you just leave it as conversions for a new campaign, Google doesn't have enough data to really know what to optimize for. So you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You're going to pay far too much per conversion. So manual CPC is what you want, and I'll show you how to set that up in just a few minutes. Opt out of these two networks, just really low quality networks. There's no need to be a part of those if you want just higher quality leads. And just getting some random warnings here because I don't have any campaigns running. Now, for enter location, the big thing you want to do is this. Presence people in or regularly in. If you choose presence or interest, you'll get leads and your ad will show up outside of your area. So if you have a radius around Boston, it's going to show up in, Hull, Salem, I don't know, Rhode Island, outside Cape Cod, far outside of your actual area. So you want to go with presence. And you have two ways to enter the actual location here. You can enter it as Boston, click include, and this will just show us what it looks like. Probably not ideal in this case. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So just click on radius, right? Add Boston here. Boston. Click include, and now 20-mile radius is maybe a little bit too high. So you can just edit it here to say like a 13-mile radius. That's far better, right? Click on save. Now, this you can leave alone. I mean, if you're going to run ads in a different language, then build a campaign in French or Spanish. And audience segments for this particular niche for lab moving, I'm probably not going to add any. I'll just let Google kind of decide who we want to target. Now, for more settings, I like to just go do not optimize. You basically force a split test, and you can add an ad schedule. You'll always want to add one. You don't want your ad running all the time. Probably just Monday to Friday. You're probably not going to get a whole lot of leads for lab relocations and moving on a Saturday afternoon, and then probably just during the work week or the work day. So up until 7:30 is going to be a good bet. From here, click next. This is not good for local search campaigns, so just click next. I also always skip this. Google is going to annoy you here all the time. All right, now for keywords. This is where we're going to add the keywords we want to target. One of the big problems I see is people will add 40 different keywords here, and that's not exactly, that's the opposite of what you want to do. So to do keyword research, open your Google Ads again in a new tab. And then you're going to end up on the campaigns page. It's going to look like this, right? So just click on tools and then click on discover new keywords. Go ahead and add your area here. So in our case, it's Boston. Click save, and then just add lab moving, lab relocation. This may actually be two different ad groups that I would do personally, but just to show you guys really quickly, you can see we do have a little bit of demand, which is good. And then you just want to take a bunch of these and add them to your campaign. So lab moving, of course, lab relocation. In this particular instance, it's pretty obvious what the keywords would be, but it's not always the case. And you can see here, medical equipment movers is going to be a separate ad group. You would not add this into a lab relocation or lab moving ad group. You would want this as its own, right? You'd probably want medical equipment movers as its own ad group, right? Just because you can have better targeting, better copy, and a better landing page. And ideally, you want to add about 3 to 5 keywords. Lab relocation Boston. It's really good, right? So this is a really good start. When you're running phrase match, Google will give you a bunch of keywords. You'll see what you're showing up for, and then you can add these to your campaign as you move on. Now, this is where you start to build out the ad. Of course, you want to add your phone number, right? So make sure that is set up on your account. Go ahead and add your phone number there. Now, for final URL, one of the big mistakes a lot of businesses make is that they will add here just their homepage or a service page, but you want to have a landing page here. So this is going to be a page that is only about your lab relocation or lab moving services in your area. So you don't want to send them to a homepage where people can get lost or read and just get distracted and bounce. And you don't want to send them to a service page. You want to send them to a page where people only have two options, and that's going to be either fill out a form or call you, or leave completely, right? When you're paying for traffic, it needs to go to a landing page. If not, Google Ads will not work in the way that you want it to, right? So you would just do something like whatever your business is, and we can just take one from here, right? labmovers.com. You would just send it there, https:// to your website.com/ Boston landing page, right? That's where you would send the traffic to, just so that it's a landing page about Boston. Everything they see is about Boston, how you can help them in Boston with what they're looking for, which is lab relocation, lab moving. All right, display path is just going to change how the ad is going to look. Usually this fills out. I'm not sure why it didn't, but this just changes how the ad is going to look. https:// oh, I see. I just copied the. Let me just fix this, and this will show up. All right. This just changes the display path, so you can add here just sometimes Boston, just to make it a little bit more relevant, a little bit more likely for someone to actually see the ad. They're looking for a service in Boston, and they're far more likely to see Boston and click through. All right, phone number, of course. Now for headlines, you're going to want to spend a little bit more time on this than I am, but you would just mention the service, the location, benefit and feature, call to action, right? And then pain point. So lab, relocation, Boston, lab moving company, right? Boston lab moving services, right? Will help move your lab. Secure, not as will help move your lab, right? Secure transportation, right? And then you could just add some of those if they're relevant at all. And again, you would want to spend a little bit more time on this. I'm just showing you guys how to get this started. You can also add location insertion, keyword insertion here as well. So you could add something like lab relocation, lab moving, and then you can add your location insertion here. So just add Boston, right? Just like that. Now description, same thing. In the description, you want to mention Boston and the service every time, right? So we're Boston's top lab relocation experts, right? Safe, secure, regulated. Get a quote today. Boston lab moving service. All 5-star reviews online. Regulated, completely secure. Now you want to add all 4, and you want to spend a little more time on this than I am. Just showing you guys how to get this up. Now, you definitely want to add your business name and logo. So this will be possible once you verify your account. And once you do verify your account, you'll want to go ahead and add your business name and logo. Just makes the ad a little bit more relevant, and that is a really good looking ad. Now for site links and callouts and other asset types, one of the biggest mistakes people also make when they're setting up their ads is they add these here. But what you want to do instead is back out, go to campaigns here, click assets, and then add it here to the ad group level, right? So you would just click plus, you would choose which one you wanted to add, call out, and then you would just select your ad group, which in this case, the ad group would be just lab relocation Boston. And so you would add site links, and site links are things like this, right? You'd add site links like testimonials. I don't know what we can move, or lab moving process is a good one. And this would link to a section, not a page, but a section on your landing page that shows the process, right? What the person can expect. You can add callouts, and callouts just add a little bit of extra detail to the end of the ad, right? So lab moving experts. It just adds a little bit of extra text if it's necessary. And of course, you'd want to add site links and structured snippets as well. Structured snippets are good. Do not add the lead form here. This is terrible. Don't add prices. Don't add promotions. This is not going to apply to lab moving. So at this time, you can just click next, and it's going to ask you now for a budget. Now, the recommended budget. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me just pause for a moment here and confirm my account. All right. The budget Google is going to give you is never ideal, right? $247 cost per conversion. Probably a little bit high. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the keyword data here in Boston, I don't believe, and it's not going to let us go back to pull it from. But, you know, in this space, I'd probably start at $50 a day, $100 a day, just to start getting data in. And then from there, you can set your quote or your price, rather, your budget. So here you just select set a custom budget. You would add your price per day. I don't want Google to charge me, so I'm just going to add 1 cent. Click on next. Now Google's going to review the entire campaign. If there's any issues, it'll let you know here. And I'm just going to show you a few more quick settings you want to change. And if you did make it this far, don't forget, guys, you can click the link down below. You can book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at Google Ads campaign, or if you want to focus on the business side of things, I'm happy to manage the Google Ads campaign for you and make sure that everything is running properly. You've got the right landing page, conversion tracking, all that, and you're actually getting leads coming in for your lab moving business. I'm gonna let this publish, and then I'm gonna jump back in once it is done checking for errors and just show you guys the few more steps that you don't want to miss. All right, so it'll tell you the campaign is ready to publish. You can just review everything really quickly. If there's any errors, they will pop up here and they'll tell you what to fix. Go ahead and click on Publish Campaign. And again, you got to wait a minute or two here. And Google is again asking you guys set up with Google Tag. Make sure you have your conversion tracking set up. I cannot tell you how important that is. If you don't have this set up, you don't know where the conversions are coming from, and you're not telling Google where the conversions are coming from. So Google has nothing to optimize for, and you are missing out on a lot of incredibly important data. Set that up. All right, now exit out of it. So what you want to do now is go to your campaign, and we're going to change the bidding strategy. So to change the bidding strategy, click the gear icon there. You can see right now it says maximize conversions. We don't want this. Do not run this on a new campaign. Click change bid strategy. What do you want to focus on? None of these. One second. So yeah, you want to jump in, click the gear icon, and you just want to change to a manual CPC bidding strategy. This is going to load in right now, so just click on bidding. You won't see it if you just click on the drop down. So you're just going to have to go ahead and click on select bid strategy and then choose manual CPC from here. Click on save. Now at this point you're not done because this will set your bid automatically to 1 cent and you won't get any clicks if you just leave it like this. From here, what you want to do, and you can see we do have the bidding strategy set at manual CPC. From here, what you want to do is click on the campaign, and in the ad group, you can see now we have, and we can just change this to Boston. You can see now we have a default max CPC. From here, just click edit, change it to $5 or $10. If you click 10, might have to double click there. And now we'll see all the keywords are going to have a max CPC of $10, which means this is the most Google will ever charge you per click. They'll be far more relevant than the clicks coming from a max clicks bidding strategy. Now, what you want to do is if you're not getting enough clicks, if things are slow, is check this every day, every few days to see what Google's telling you. If you're spending enough, if you're not spending enough, Google will tell you. If it tells you something outrageous, like if your bid is set to $10 and it's telling you need to spend $200 per click, it's probably wrong, but you'll still need to increase your bid a little bit by a little bit to find the point where you are getting clicks coming in. And it really is that straightforward to get your Google ads for your lab moving or lab relocation business set up. If you did make it this far, as always, you guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget, click the link down below, book a call with me. I'm happy to take a look at your campaigns. I love talking to you guys. And if you do need help with Google ads, I'm happy to run them for you so that you can just focus on the business side of things while I focus on making sure you have enough leads coming in. As always, you guys, thanks again, and we'll see you guys in the next video.